today's video is going to be about how to create more and think less, because a lot of people struggle with writer's block or they get stuck all the time, and it's because they're trying to be too technical or too logical or wait for inspiration or the perfect idea. And the whole root of that is trying to overthink, and it's kind of the same thing as what causes procrastination, is that we're afraid of making a mistake or wasting our time and having a bad result, so we're waiting for reassurance that it's going to be perfect. And the problem with that is that there's no reassurance, so in the end you're going to have to let go in one way or another and just get into it. I'm going to start off this video with a quote, and I'm going to start doing this for these kinds of videos because at least if you don't get anything else out of it, you'll have like a motivational quote that you can just get started with. And the quote is, "You miss every shot that you don't take." So it's kind of the same thing with music. Whenever you don't go forward with an idea, or you keep going back and deleting something because it's not perfect, or you just don't hear the end product and you don't see the full process and you don't trust each idea and just keep going, you're essentially not taking the shot. You're not going in and exploring that idea as much as it could be explored. Again, it comes from a fear of like making a mistake or wasting our time. And if you're a procrastinator, then you tend to have this kind of mentality with music as well. We don't want to waste our time as procrastinators. I personally have this kind of thing, and we want results. We don't want to go through the mistake kind of process, and it may apply to other parts of your life as well. Overall, we just end up creating the same thing that we would have made, or something similar of a similar quality. We're just delaying the time between each one because there's never going to be reassurance that it's going to be a good idea. You just have to roll with it completely, and don't try to see the final product. Try to instead be in the process and be fully focused on each step and be engaged with each step of the process, and just keep adding, just keep going with each next step. Stop deleting stuff, going back, and then eventually when you step back and you're done, you're gonna be amazed at what you created, or you're at least going to be you're going to have taken that shot, so you're gonna know if it's something that you want to roll with or not. And if it's not, you move on to the next one. And that's how you create high level songs, good quality stuff at a more rapid pace. And you have to realize that nobody makes a shot 100% of the time. Nobody is always right 100% of the time, but it's the people that take more shots that end up having more hits, that score more in sports, whatever. So you have to be able to let go of wanting to see the final result or being sure, and you want to just go in. And that's how you overcome the writer's block or the inability to like move forward. And you just have to let go of that logical part of your mind, because logic is not creativity. What ends up happening when you are too logical is that you start conforming more to other people, to other people's stuff, and you just get more mediocre results than if you were to just express yourself fully and express that idea as best as you could. But yeah, people that struggle with this, they often want to try to avoid mistakes, or they want to think their way out of mistakes. But in the end, you have to be able to accept the risk of failure, or the risk of it being a bad idea, or maybe not something that you want to roll with, in order to get to the ideas that you do want to roll with. And in conclusion, you just want to go. You just want to go for whatever you're trying to do. You want to put full confidence into your work and effort, and don't care about wasting time. Just set that aside and just focus on producing, and try to express yourself fully. And then in the end, the more shots you take, the more that you're gonna make. So that's kind of the whole, that's how you avoid writer's block and being stuck all the time, and that's how you would come up with more songs, come up with more ideas. And often what you'll realize is that some of the best ideas are the most simple ideas. So really all that writer's block comes down to is kind of self-doubt or being too judgmental, because some of your favorite songs may not even be that complicated at the core. Like, it could be the most simple melody or the most simple chords, but it's how much confidence you put into the idea, how much intention, how much creative energy that you put into the idea that really makes it good or bad. So you can't really create that effect using logic. Maybe you need to take a break. So some writer's block is actually genuine and you need to take a break, so that's another kind of cause of it. But it's all really like, it all comes down to just trusting the process and really putting your full effort into it each time, and not trying to see the full product, just try to focus on each step. Add the next thing, keep it if it works, delete it if it doesn't, but don't keep deleting because it's not complicated enough, or it's not advanced sounding, or it's not sounding like super professional right away. There's no such thing as a professional idea or whatever, it's just an idea. So that's why it's not good to overthink. So hopefully that made sense. I mean, it may have not made any sense at all, and that's great if it didn't, because at least you got the quote. You miss every shot that you never take, so at least try to take the shots. Your percentage is going to go up just from going with any idea. Just try to let go of that logic and just go with everything that comes up and push it as far as it can go, and then step back. And if you like it, you can go back and revisit it and maybe go into more of a logical mode or not, or you can put it to the side and move on to the next idea, and that's how you create more. And let me know your own thoughts and your own strategies down below, and kind of let me know, because none of this stuff nothing is right 100% of the time. Like, again, there's like balance between a lot of things. You don't want to be too creative so that nobody can relate to you. You kind of want to have some boundaries and logic. Sometimes you may want to be more logical rather than creative. It all depends. So, but really that's the mentality that I think helps for writer's block and helps you put out more.